The hardest class, or the class I don't like the most, is history because we don't really learn that much history. She just writes down all the information for us. We don't find out what we need to find out in the textbooks.
English because we have to read for about 30 minutes once we get into the class, and that really makes me go to sleep and I get tired really quickly.
Multiple intelligences are different modes and modalities of learning, and that each person learns differently through these modalities. What I think makes band different from all the other classes is that band is one of the few subjects that require more than just one modality to learn. You get the body kinesthetics, especially when you're involving winter percussion or color guard or marching band. They actually have to move and present and express the music through their physical being, and they're actually moving a lot. Reading the dots and the lines and the squiggles, musicians would look at it and have to decipher it and turn it into some sort of language. Orally, they're listening to each other, they're performing this, and they're trying to communicate this with the audience. It's just one of the few things that activates so many senses.
I think a lot of students don't know what type of learner they are, and that results in them feeling like they're constantly unable to understand or know what's going on. Multiple intelligences are just a way for people to understand how other people learn so that they can better teach them and better help them to learn.
I think one of the biggest things teachers can do, and especially myself, that could enhance the learning of our classes, especially using different modes of intelligences, is by trying them.
For example, if they're a history teacher, they could include pictures or videos or music into their presentations.
It might trigger a little bit more response from students, or at least allowing students to retain the information a little more because there's association there. It's the same thing why they play music and soundtracks in movies. You remember the movie more when you have the music in the background engaging you in the experience.
Some of the ways that Mr. Young engages me and the other students in class is that he's really animated in front of the class, and he's happy to have our attention and direct our attention and energy into making really good music. One of the things that he does is he makes a lot of jokes, and he likes to model humor, so that helps to keep me engaged and the class engaged.
I notice when kids are more comfortable in the classroom and they find it's okay to laugh and have fun once in a while, in controlled circumstances, they tend to have a lot more fun in the class, and that learning becomes a little more natural to them.
The class I look to the most forward during the day is band, because I really enjoy making music, and I like to feel the music and understand how it works and hear all the different harmonies and how they come together to make a really great piece. And after band, I usually feel more excited and ready for the next classes. It's really fun to just come together with your friends and be able to make something great, and to be able to share it with other people and just sit and listen sometimes. I think it's important for us to know what kind of learners we are, because then it helps us understand why we're struggling and how we can improve. If we know that we're not going to do very well when everything is all text, or we know that we're not going to do very well when everything is all visual, then maybe we could go and ask our teachers to change things, maybe change things up a bit, or maybe just know that we need to just persist and work through times when it's hard for us to learn.